Welcome back, guys. Last time, we broke down the first 7 signs that a girl might secretly like you. You know, those little hints she drops without even realizing it. I'm attaching a link to the first part in the upper right corner. Take a look if you missed the first part. Today, we're diving even deeper into the fun stuff. From the way she can't stop laughing at your jokes to her quirky little habits that start to peek through, we're covering all the signs that scream, "I like you," but without her actually saying the words. So, if you're still wondering what's going on in her mind, stick around because this is about to get real interesting. You catch her staring at you multiple times. But here's the kicker, whether she realizes it or not, if she likes you, her eyes are going to keep drifting in your direction. It's kind of like her brain can't help but keep tabs on you. Even if she's chatting with her friends or scrolling through her phone, her gaze will occasionally wander over to you. If you're catching these moments more than once, it's not a coincidence. That's her interest shining thr. She always finds time for you. Relationship expert Margot Schulman hits the nail on the head. If she's taking time out of her hectic schedule to see you or talk to you, that's a big deal. And she's right. Think about it. Why would she bother going out of her way if she didn't care? It's not just about hanging out in person, either. If she's calling you, texting you sweet little messages, or even dropping random, just thinking about you, texts, that's a huge indicator she's interested. Girls don't invest their time and energy into someone unless they genuinely enjoy their company or feel a connection. Here's another thing, consistency. It's not just about one-time efforts. If she's making herself regularly available to you, like actually keeping up with calls, texts, or hangouts, it shows that you're on her mind, probably way more than you realize. And if you've ever thought, wow, she's always there when I need her, then, my friend, that's no accident. The bottom line? If she's clearing her schedule, making time for you, and putting in the effort to stay in touch, that's a major green flag. It's her way of saying, without words, you matter to me. She's dropping hints that she's single. Alright, so here's something to keep an eye on. Is she going out of her way to let you know she's unattached? Like, maybe she's casually mentioning how hard it is to meet the right guy or venting about being stuck as the third wheel. These little comments? Yeah, they're not random. She's not just talking about her love life for fun. This might actually be her way of saying, hey, I'm available, and I want you to know it. Sometimes, she might take it a step further. For instance, if she's saying something like, I need a date for this wedding, or I hate eating out alone, it's so awkward, she's basically opening the door for you to step in. And trust me, she's hoping you'll catch on and offer to be her +1 or dinner buddy. The thing is, girls aren't always going to spell it out. A lot of the time, they're dropping hints, and it's up to you to pick them up. If you're hearing stuff like this and thinking, is she waiting for me to say something? The answer is probably yes. So, the next time she mentions needing company for something, don't overthink it. Just say, hey, I can go with you if you want. Simple as that. Remember, if she's making it clear she's single and looking for the right person, and she's telling you this specifically, that's not just small talk, it's a sign she's into you and hoping you'll make a move. She mirrors your movements and slang. Ever notice how sometimes she starts doing little things the way you do them? Like, maybe she starts using a phrase you say all the time, or her laugh starts to sound a little like yours. It might feel like a coincidence, but it's actually not. This is called mirroring, and it's one of the biggest giveaways that someone's into you. Here's how it works. When people are attracted to someone, they tend to subconsciously copy their movements, mannerisms, or even the way they talk. For example, if you've got a habit of using a certain slang word, and all of a sudden she's slipping it into conversations too, that's a pretty solid clue. Or maybe she starts nodding the same way you do, or you catch her folding her arms after you fold yours. Why does this happen? It's basically human nature. People mirror those they feel connected to as a way of building rapport. It's like her way of silently saying, we're on the same wavelength. It's a subtle but powerful way to show interest without coming right out and saying it. So, the next time you notice her picking up on your quirks or repeating things you say, don't brush it off as random. It's her way of showing she's paying attention to you and wants to feel closer. She asks for your help with the smallest things. Alright, let's talk about something you might not have thought much about, Those times when she asks for your help with stuff that seems, well, kind of basic. Like, maybe she's saying, I can't figure out how to work this app, or, can you help me reach that shelf? Sounds innocent, right? But here's the twist, she's probably doing this on purpose. A lot of women know that guys naturally like to feel helpful or protective. So, when she's struggling with something that she could probably figure out on her own, it's not really about the task, it's about getting your attention. Maybe she's pretending she can't figure out her phone settings or saying she doesn't understand how to drive stick. It's all just a way to create a moment where you swoop in to save the day, even if it's over something tiny. And hey, don't overthink it or assume she's clueless. She's not. She's just looking for a way to connect with you. So the next time she asks for help with something that seems a little too easy, take the hint, she's into you and wants to spend more time with you. She shares her life and wants to know about yours. Here's another thing that's pretty telling, when she starts opening up to you. If she's telling you about personal stuff, like stories from her childhood, tough moments she's been through, or even her biggest dreams and fears, that's a big deal. People don't usually share those kinds of details with just anyone. It means she trusts you and feels comfortable being herself around you. And it's not just about her talking, either. If she's genuinely interested in your story, like asking about your family, your favorite childhood memories, or what shaped you into the person you are now, that's another strong sign she likes you. It shows she's not just curious, she actually cares about who you are on a deeper level. Relationship expert Margot Schulman points out that when a girl takes the time to ask about your past or your upbringing, it's because she's trying to build a real connection. She's investing emotionally, and she wants to know the real you. So, if the conversations are starting to feel more personal and she's making an effort to dive into topics that go beyond surface-level small talk, you're definitely on her mind in a big way. Don't be afraid to open up in return, it'll only strengthen the bond between you two. She thinks you're the funniest person alive, even when you're not. Let's be real for a second, your jokes might not always be comedy gold. Maybe you're dropping the cheesiest one-liners, cracking up over memes that are practically ancient, or tossing out some classic dad jokes that even you know are terrible. But here's the thing, if she's laughing anyway, that's a pretty big deal. According to dating coach Lo Dolce, when a girl plays with her hair and laughs at your jokes, it's often her way of showing she's interested. Humor is a huge way to build a connection, and even if your punchlines are more eye-roll worthy than gut-busting, she's not laughing because of the joke itself, she's laughing because she's into you. It's not just the laughter, though. Pay attention to the way she's engaging. Is she smiling a lot? Maybe tossing in some giggles and adding playful banter to keep the conversation going? If she's actively leaning into the humor, it's a strong sign she's enjoying herself and, more importantly, enjoying you. She lets you see her goofy side. Here's another thing that's easy to miss but super telling, when she starts acting a little silly around you. If she's letting her guard down and showing you her quirky side, that's not something she'd do with just anyone. As Margot Schulman puts it, if she feels comfortable being goofy or playful in front of you, that's her way of saying, I trust you enough to be myself. This could mean anything from cracking ridiculous jokes to making funny faces or even sharing those weird little habits she's got, like a random obsession with collecting cute coffee mugs or her secret talent for making up terrible songs on the spot. Whatever it is, she's showing you a side of herself that's authentic and real. And here's your job, don't just stand there. Join in. Show her your goofy side, too. The more you mirror that energy and make her feel accepted, the stronger the connection will get. Plus, letting loose and having fun together is a great way to build a bond that's not just about attraction but genuine compatibility. And there you have it. Relationships aren't always about reading between the lines, but let's be honest, these little moments make it all so exciting. If she's laughing, opening up, or letting her silly side shine when she's with you, chances are she's showing you just how much you mean to her. Keep paying attention, and most importantly, don't be afraid to meet her halfway. You've got this, now go make the most of it.